Yep, we're live.
So when you're free lunging, you want to make it a habit, keep your eye focused on the horse's hind end. You want to stay always to the flank of the horse. You don't want to get yourself ahead to the shoulder. If you get yourself too much up to the shoulder, what's going to happen is your horse is going to double back on you like that. And that's not what we want. Okay, we want to come back, restart our horse against the left. Give him pay attention. We want to stay focused here to the flank of the horse. Now, if we open up our hands like this, you have one hand to the tip of his nose, the other hand to the tip of his tail. Always staying again to the flank of the horse, to the back or the saddle tap. Now, as long as he's trotting around, he's staying on the fence line. I'm not going to get too involved. I'm just going to go on at a nice pace here. Now, if he starts to decide to do this, I'm going to come back down, point my head, and push him out. You don't want the horse to turn on his own. We turn the horse when we ask the horse to turn. Good boy. And when you want to trot, just say the word trot and good boy. Look a little bit, get in the habit of using your voice, and go on. And out. See how I just used my body language and I dropped my shoulder and pointed my hand and send him out. You do not have to get on top of the horse to move the horse out. The horse is going to feed off your body language, like that. You never want to get in a too close a distance to any of these horses, because if they kick out at you, you're going to get hurt. I don't care what kind of horse or what horse it is. So now when I want the canter, I'm going to kick up my rope a little bit, my whip. When I ask for it, I mean it. I want it when I ask for it. Not a half a lap, not 2 laps. When I say canter and I kiss, I mean it and go on. And again, I'll walk a little bit faster. I'm still keep my eye focused on his flank and point him on out. When I want to trot, I'm going to slow down a little and trot, but out. Good boy. And trot. Stay persistent in what you want. Now you notice how from the canter to the trot, I've slowed my body language down a little bit. Now, when I want to walk, I'll even slow my language down more. Just ask him to still go on out. Good boy. And walk on. And no, if he turns off, no. Point him back to the direction you want. Push him back out. Good boy, Colby. And walk on. No. And again. Push him out. Push him to the direction you want. Be patient. Slow your body down. And walk. Walk on. Walk on. Good boy. I do not want him to change his direction on his own. No. Out. Good boy. And walk on. Walk on. Now when I want to ask him to move on from the walk, I'll cluck and pick up my body language and trot. And out. Good. Now from the trot here, we're going to change directions. Now here when I change directions, what I'm going to do is I make sure he's out. I'm using the full part of the round head. I'm going to start to back off. As I back off, he's going to start to come. I give him that option to open up, change to the arena. Now I'm going to step right back in again, right to his flank, which is right behind the saddle. And I'm going to push him out, and ask him to trot on. When you're lunging your horse, he picks up a habit from the canter and he breaks from the canter into a trot at a certain spot or a certain couple spots. 10 out of times, I'll guarantee he's going to continue to do that. So what you want to focus on is wherever he breaks in the rail pen, you want to think about that early and get after him at that spot so he moves on and pushes through it. Out. Out. Canter. Out. Canter. Good boy. And trot. Out. One thing I'm looking for is, you see, he's starting to chew his lips a little bit. He'll come right into you when you ask him to do well. He'll come on in, or he'll stop and look at you. But this guy here, he'll pretty much come on into you. But what I watch for when he comes to me is I make sure I see either a sign of him dropping his head, or I see him chewing. Some people call it chewing, some people call it licking their lips. But that's a sign of wanting to team up. It's a sign of submission. And the next thing I want to look for after that is I want to look for partnership. So I want to make sure wherever I go with this horse, he has teamed up and he's joined up with me. Because if he hasn't and he does not continue to follow me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him back out and go back to work because he's not joined up. You've got to have a horse that wants to work with you. If they don't pay attention a little bit, I'll get after him and see where his head's at, especially a young horse.